Oh.
Hey, this is Joel, and you're watching an Ambassador deck review. Let's get started on the shape of this deck. The nose is a bit rounded, I would say, and it has a medium kick height on both nose and tail. The concave is a mellow, somewhat stepped, not fully stepped, but somewhat stepped concave. Pretty mellow. I liked it. My feet liked it quite a bit. The rocker on the nose is pretty loose, very responsive on the nose. The tail, just like the nose, is a medium height, but the rocker is tighter on the tail and a little shorter, which gives it tension when you go to pop, so it's less responsive. Some people like that, others do not, but it depends on how your body is and how you skate naturally. The quality is a very high quality. The epoxy, I had no problem with the epoxy separating any of the plies. The epoxy held its strength throughout the time skating this deck. And I only got one chip because my board shot out and it hit a piece of sheet metal at Wedgwood. It's just a tiny chip. It's really nothing. It started to fray apart over here a little bit, like it usually does on every deck I skate. It's always on this side too, but nothing real major. It held together very nicely. Very crispy deck. Had a very crisp feel when I would pop tricks with it. And the quality of the maple, definitely very good quality. Quality all around is just very nice. And the only problem I had with it, but this is like a preference type thing, it's not an objective issue, it's only subjective depending on who you are and how you skate. But the tail, to me, with the tight rocker, and it's noticeably, see, this is the tail and this is the nose. It's noticeably shorter than the nose, at least through my eyes anyhow, and it felt as it would razor down after skating the driveway for a little while. It would feel stubby to me, like the tail would just feel too short, but that's just me. That's not an objective issue or anything like that. But like usual, it held up like a usual deck would, between skating rough surfaces and smooth surfaces. My driveway makes decks last. If I'm skating the driveway every day, it makes decks last about a few days, a week, and they just wear out. Wedgwood, they can last a few weeks because it's really smooth in there, and it won't razor. The deck will just naturally start to fall apart after a few weeks. The epoxy will just not be able to hold the plies together any longer, which happens with any deck after a certain amount of time. With this deck, I skated it for a few weeks, I know that much. I skated it for a few weeks. I lost track of time a little bit while I was skating it, and I enjoyed skating it. It was a great deck. If I could compare it to another deck I've had in the past, I would compare it to a toy machine. It skated very much like a toy machine. And that's really about all I have to say about the deck. Go check out their website. Links in the description. Decks are $40. Definitely well worth it. Good quality.
job.